Book title: Anna's Journey, Finding Home with the Remnant. Chapter 1. The Mysterious Note. Anna sat alone in her small, cluttered apartment in the heart of the city. Her tired eyes scanned the room, taking in the stacks of papers, old furniture, and empty takeout containers. She had been searching for something, but she wasn't sure what. A feeling of emptiness consumed her, and she longed for a sense of purpose. As the evening sun cast long shadows through her window, a soft breeze rustled the papers on her desk. Anna's attention was suddenly drawn to a small piece of parchment peeking out from beneath a pile. Curiosity piqued, she reached for it, careful not to disturb the chaotic surroundings. Unfolding the parchment revealed a neatly written note. It read, "Anna, my child, it is time to embark on a journey. Follow the path of the remnant and you will find your true home. Seek those who hold the ancient wisdom, for they will lead you to your purpose. Trust in faith, and you shall be guided." Guided. Anna stared at the note, a mix of excitement and trepidation coursing through her veins. Who could have left this message for her? And what did they mean by the remnant? Determined to uncover the truth, Anna began her quest. She took a leave of absence from her job, packed a few essentials, and set off with nothing but hope in her heart. She felt a strange sense of freedom as the cityscape faded behind her, leaving her surrounded by nature's embrace. Days turned into weeks as Anna ventured through lush green forests and climbed majestic mountains. Along her journey, she encountered diverse souls who seemed to hold fragments of the puzzle she was trying to solve. Conversations with these individuals became pivotal moments of self-discovery and illumination. One evening, as she rested near a glistening river, Anna met a wise old man named Elijah. With a long silver beard and piercing blue eyes, he emanated an undeniable aura of serenity and inner peace. "Welcome, Anna," Elijah greeted her with a knowing smile. "I have been expecting you." The remnant appears in different forms for different people. It is a chosen group that carries the ancient wisdom passed down from generations. Curiosity filled Anna's voice as she asked, "But why me? What makes me a part of this remnant?" Elijah's eyes twinkled with wisdom as he replied, "You have been searching for something more, haven't you? A sense of purpose? The remnant is a community of individuals who, like you, have felt a longing for something beyond the ordinary. You possess the ability to see beyond the surface, to seek the truth that lies within." Anna felt a sense of belonging wash over her. She had spent her life questioning the meaning of existence, yearning for a deeper connection. Now, in the presence of Elijah, such a connection seemed within reach. Over the following days, Elijah taught Anna ancient prophecies and shared the secrets of the universe. He revealed that the remnant was scattered across the world, working in various fields yet bound by a common purpose: to bring light to a world clouded by darkness. As Anna continued her journey, meeting more members of the remnant, her understanding of the mystical note deepened. The path she walked was not only physical but spiritual, in search of a deeper truth and a sense of belonging. With each conversation and encounter, Anna's faith blossomed. She learned to trust her intuition, to surrender to the ebb and flow of life. The remnant became her family, supporting her every step of the way. As Anna approached the end of her journey, she realized that she had found more than a physical home. She had discovered a sanctuary within herself, a place where her spirit soared and her heart found solace. With gratitude in her heart, Anna whispered a silent thank you to her Heavenly Father and the universe. She had found her true home with the remnant, not in a physical location, but within the depths of her soul. And so, Anna's journey continued, guided by faith and enveloped in the love of the Father. She carried with her the ancient wisdom of Yeshua, ready to share it with all who seek their own unique path to finding home. Anna soon discovered the joy inside of her as she made her journey back to her small apartment in the city. Chapter 2, A New Beginning. Anna stared out of the small window of her small apartment, the weight of the world resting heavily on her shoulders. The news of her cancelled flights to Israel had hit her like a punch to the gut, leaving her feeling lost and uncertain about her future. As a Messianic Jewish orphan, she had always believed in the guiding hand of God, but in this moment of despair, she couldn't help but question why this was happening to her. With a heavy heart, Anna fell to her knees, seeking solace and guidance from her heavenly Father. Tears streamed down her face as she poured out her heart, her words a desperate plea for comfort and a sense of belonging. She knew that in times like these, she needed to trust in God's plan, even when it seemed so uncertain. Days turned into weeks, and as Anna navigated the daily struggles of her life, she kept a close connection with her brothers and sisters in the Remnant. The Remnant was a community of believers who, like Anna, were Messianic Jews seeking to live out the teachings of Yeshua and hold on to their Jewish heritage. They formed a tight-knit family, all around the world, and Anna found comfort and support in their presence. One evening, as the sun began to set over the city, Anna received a call from her dear friend Sarah, a fellow member of the Remnant. "Anna, I have something to tell you," Sarah said, her voice filled with a mixture of excitement and sadness. Curiosity piqued, Anna urged Sarah to continue. "What is it, Sarah? You know you can tell me anything." Sarah paused for a moment, gathering her thoughts. "Anna, through a series of events that can only be described as divine intervention, our community in the remnant of Ephraim has been given an opportunity to establish a permanent home in Israel. A place where we can worship and live according to Abba's word, freely and without fear." Anna's heart skipped a beat, the news clashing with the fear and uncertainty that had clouded her mind for weeks. Israel? But how? And what does this mean for me? Sarah took a deep breath, the excitement in her voice palpable. "Anna, Father has made a way for all of us to be a part of this new beginning. The Remnant is pooling our resources, and we are all being given the chance to join our brothers and sisters in this new home. It's a chance for us to live out our faith, to be a light in a land that has seen so much darkness." Tears welled up in Anna's eyes as she listened to Sarah's words. This was the answer she had been praying for, the hope that had seemed so distant. It was a chance for her to find her true home, to be surrounded by others who shared her beliefs and her longing for a deeper relationship with their Father in heaven. With a mixture of courage and excitement, Anna made her decision. She would leave everything behind, trusting that God would provide for her every need. She would join the Remnant in their new home, their refuge in the land of Israel. As she packed her belongings, Anna couldn't help but reflect on the incredible journey she had been on. From the depths of despair to a newfound sense of purpose, she knew that this was just the beginning of a new chapter in her life. It was a chapter filled with hope, faith, and the promise of a home that she had always yearned for. With a final goodbye to her old life and a fervent prayer on her lips, Anna took a deep breath and stepped into the unknown, ready to embrace her new beginning with open arms. Chapter 3, Camp Ephraim, the Remnant's refuge. As the sun dipped below the horizon, Anna found herself standing at the city gates of a small community nestled deep within the hills of Jerusalem in the heart of Israel. This was where the remnant of Ephraim was, the place she had heard rumors of, where those who clung to their Jewish heritage still thrived. With a hopeful heart and a mind full of questions, Anna took her first steps into the city, venturing towards the camp that would soon become her family. As she wandered through the narrow streets, Anna was struck by the ancient traditions and customs that permeated every corner of the community. Men with long beards and kippas adorned their heads, while women dressed modestly, their heads covered with scarves. The sound of Hebrew prayers filled the air, creating a feeling of warmth and hope. Curiosity and eagerness to learn drove Anna to approach a group of men engrossed in a lively conversation. "Shalom," she greeted them, hoping to engage in their discussion. The men turned to face her, their eyes kind and welcoming. One of them, a middle-aged man with a soft smile, stepped forward. "Shalom, sister. I am Yehoshua," he introduced himself. "How may I assist you?" Anna hesitated for a moment before explaining her situation. "My name is Anna, and I am a Messianic Jew. I lost my husband recently, and I have been searching for a place where I can reconnect with my Jewish ancestral roots. Will I find a home here among the remnant of Ephraim?" Yehoshua's eyes filled with understanding. "Anna, you are not alone. We are all exiles, seeking a deeper connection with our heritage. We have found solace and unity within this community. Come, I will show you the way to Camp Ephraim and introduce you to our brothers and sisters." Anna's heart swelled with gratitude as Yehoshua led her through the narrow streets towards the camp point. One by one, she met the members of the remnant, each with a unique yet intertwining story. They shared their struggles, their triumphs, and their unwavering faith in God. These encounters felt like pieces of a puzzle, coming together to form a beautiful tapestry of love, acceptance, and resilience. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. Anna found herself immersed in the remnant's way of life, embracing their customs and traditions. The more she learned, the more she hungered for knowledge and understanding. It was during this time that the Passover, one of the most sacred Jewish holidays, approached, setting the stage for a truly transformative experience. The community buzzed with excitement as preparations for Passover began. Anna joined her newfound brothers and sisters in the meticulous cleansing of the camp, removing any trace of leavened bread as a symbol of spiritual purification. The remnant worked together with an unwavering unity, each person playing a vital role in the preparations. Anna found herself at the side of Abigail, a gentle-hearted woman who had become her closest friend within the community. As they cleaned the kitchen area, Abigail shared stories of her own journey to the remnant, speaking of the trials and tribulations she had faced along the way. "There is something indescribable about the Passover experience," Abigail mentioned, her eyes filled with a mix of joy and nostalgia. "It is a time when we remember the miracles of our ancestors, the liberation from slavery in Egypt. But it is also a time when we reflect on our own personal exiles, the challenges we have faced, and how Abba has been with us every step of the way." Listening intently, Anna couldn't help but feel her own connection to this ancient tradition growing stronger. The remnant's way of life had filled a void within her, giving her a newfound sense of purpose and belonging. She couldn't wait for her first Passover celebration, eager to participate in the age-old rituals that had brought her people together for generations. As the sun set on the eve of Passover, the remnant gathered in the community's main tent, their voices intertwining in heartfelt songs of praise. Anna stood amongst her brothers and sisters, feeling the weight of their shared history. The room filled with warmth and love, the scent of freshly baked matzo filling the air. And in that moment, Anna knew that she had truly found her home among the remnant of Ephraim. Chapter 4, Reconnecting with History. As the celebration of Passover approached, Anna's excitement grew. This would be her first Passover since her father had revealed their Jewish heritage to her before he passed away, and she was eager to dive deeper into her roots. She wanted to understand the significance of the age-old traditions and rituals that had been passed down for generations. Determined to learn as much as she could, Anna sought out conversations with wise elders in the camp and friends she had made along the way who could shed light on their Jewish history. She started by reaching out to her newfound friend Esther, who had always been generous with sharing stories of the days of old. Sitting at Esther's table in the main tent area, Anna listened intently as Esther began to paint a vivid picture of their ancestors' journey. She spoke of the Israelites' slavery in Egypt, their liberation through the leadership of Moses, and the crossing of the Red Sea. Esther's words resonated deeply with Anna, who felt a sense of awe at the strength and faith of her people. As Passover preparations continued, Anna also soon discovered more about this local group of Messianic Jews in the camp, individuals who recognized Yeshua as their Messiah while also cherishing their Jewish heritage. This newfound community welcomed Anna with open arms, recognizing her own unique journey as a Messianic Jewish orphan who had found a home within the remnant of Ephraim in Israel after losing her husband. One evening, during a gathering with the camp, Anna met a woman named Sarah. Sarah had a warmth and wisdom that immediately drew Anna to her. They struck up a conversation about their shared heritage and the significance of Passover. Sarah explained that Passover was not only a celebration of the Jewish people's freedom from slavery but also a reminder of Abba's faithfulness throughout history. She described how the rituals and symbols of the Seder meal served as powerful reminders of their ancestors' struggles and triumphs. The bitter herbs remind us of the bitterness of slavery, Sarah said, her eyes sparkling with enthusiasm. And the unleavened bread symbolizes the haste with which our ancestors had to leave Egypt, not even having time to let their bread rise. Anna nodded, absorbing every word. And what about the lamb? What does it represent? She asked. Sarah smiled gently. The lamb represents the Passover sacrifice made by our ancestors in Egypt. It was their act of faith and obedience to Yahweh's instruction that ultimately saved them from the plague that killed the firstborn of Egypt. As Anna listened to Sarah's explanations, she felt a deeper connection. These ancient rituals and symbols were no longer merely traditions. They now held profound meaning for her own spiritual journey. Passover arrived, and Anna participated in her first Seder meal, surrounded by both her newfound family and the Messianic Jewish community. As the Haggadah was read, recounting the story of the Israelites' exodus, Anna found herself moved to tears by both the historical narrative and the personal significance it held for her own life. In that moment, Anna realized that her journey of reconnection with her Jewish heritage was not just about rediscovering the past. It was about understanding her place within the larger story of the Jewish people and embracing her own spiritual identity as a Messianic Jew. With a renewed sense of purpose and a heart full of gratitude, Anna looked forward to continuing her exploration of her Jewish roots. The more she learned, the more she understood that her history was not merely a collection of dusty pages, but a living, breathing legacy that shaped her present life and held promise for her future. Chapter 5, Walking in Faith. As the days turned into weeks and the weeks turned into months, Anna's faith in God grew stronger with every passing moment. She had found solace and purpose in the midst of the remnant, a community of believers who shared a common bond in their faith and their identity as Messianic Jews. One evening, as the sun began to set over the hills of Jerusalem, Anna found herself reflecting on her journey thus far. She sat down on a rock overlooking the sprawling landscape, taking in the beauty and majesty of the promised land. Her heart overflowed with gratitude for the immense blessings that had been poured out upon her. It had been a difficult road for Anna. After losing her beloved husband in a tragic accident, her world had been shattered into a million pieces. But it was through her grief and pain that she found herself drawn towards the remnant. They had welcomed her with open arms, offering her not only a place to call home, but a new family. Anna sighed, her mind filled with memories of the past. She and her husband had dreamed of going to Israel, walking in the footsteps of their faith. But it had never come to pass. Now, as she sat on that rock, she couldn't help but feel a sense of fulfillment. She was finally where she was meant to be. Suddenly, a voice broke through the silence. "Anna, are you all right?" It was Rachel, a young Messianic Jewish orphan who just like her had also found her home with the remnant. Her dark sky blue eyes were filled with concern as she made her way towards Anna. Anna smiled warmly at Rachel. "I'm fine, Rachel. Just lost in thought, that's all." Rachel settled down beside her, her curly hair flowing in the gentle breeze. "It's a beautiful night, isn't it? I often come here to seek solace and find peace in a boss presence." Anna nodded, her eyes locked onto the vast expanse before them. "Yes, it truly is. Sometimes, I feel as though I can almost touch the heavens when I'm here. The presence of Father is so tangible." Rachel nodded in agreement. "I know what you mean, Anna. We are truly blessed to be here, surrounded by His creation and His people." The two women sat in silence for a while, their hearts content in the stillness of that moment. But it didn't take long for Anna's mind to drift back to the events that had brought her to Israel. "I often wonder why God allowed me to endure such pain and loss," Anna confessed, her voice filled with a tinge of sadness. "But being here, surrounded by the strength and love of the remnant, I feel His presence more strongly than ever before. I know now that He has a purpose for me, even in the midst of my grief." Rachel gently placed a hand on Anna's shoulder, her eyes brimming with compassion. "Anna, I believe that God brought you here for a reason. We all have our own stories of pain and loss, but together, we can find healing and restoration. We are a family, bound by faith and love. And in unity, we find strength." Anna looked into Rachel's eyes, finding comfort and hope in her words. She knew in her heart that this was where she was meant to be, not just physically, but spiritually and emotionally. She truly had found her home with the remnant, and in their embrace, she had found her faith restored. With a renewed spirit and a deep sense of purpose, Anna stood up from the rock, reaching out a hand to Rachel. "Thank you, my dear sister. Let us continue to walk in faith, supporting and encouraging one another along the way." Rachel smiled, her eyes shining with determination. "Yes, Anna. Let us walk this journey together, hand in hand, relying on Abba's great guidance and protection. With Him, we can face any challenge and overcome any adversity." And so, with their hearts united in faith, Anna and Rachel embraced the path that lay before them. Through the trials and tribulations, their bond with the remnant would continue to grow stronger, as would their faith in the God who had brought them together. Together, they would walk in faith, witnesses to His miracles and divine providence, forever grateful for the love and unity they had found within the remnant of Ephraim in Israel. Chapter 6: a journey of healing. Anna walked along the rugged path that led to the remnant's gathering place, enveloped by the beauty of the Israeli countryside. She could feel the presence of the ancient land, whispering its secrets to her soul. Each step brought her closer to a sense of belonging that she had never experienced before. As she approached the gathering, Anna noticed a young woman sitting on a big wide chair near the rock wall next to camp, deep in thought. She looked somber yet incredibly graceful. The woman's eyes met Anna's, and a knowing smile danced across her lips. "Hello," Anna greeted her, curious about this fellow traveler. The woman returned the greeting with warmth. "Shalom, my name is Miriam. I'm a Messianic Jewish orphan who found my home with the remnant of Ephraim. And you must be Anna." Anna was taken aback by Miriam's accurate knowledge of her name. "Yes, how did you know?" Miriam chuckled softly. "The remnant has been awaiting your arrival. We have been praying for you, Anna. Yosef, our elder, received a vision that you would join us on this journey." The weight of the prophecy settled on Anna's heart. She had grown familiar with the ways of the remnant, their deep connection to the spiritual realm. But she had never expected to receive such a warm reception, as if she had always belonged among them. As the two women continued their conversation, Miriam's words penetrated Anna's soul, invoking memories of her lost husband. She hadn't allowed herself to dwell on the pain of his death, but now, in the presence of the remnant, the floodgates seemed to open. Tears welled up in Anna's eyes, and her voice trembled as she spoke. "I miss him so much. Joseph was my world, and when he died, a part of me died with him. I don't know how to go on without him." Miriam's gentle hand reached out to comfort Anna. "I understand, Anna. I lost my parents at a young age, and it took me years to find healing. But being with the remnant, with people who have experienced their own share of grief and loss, has brought me immense comfort and restored my hope." As Anna listened to Miriam's story, she realized that her journey with the remnant was not just about discovering her roots but also about finding herself and embracing a future filled with purpose. She had been so focused on her grief that she had forgotten about the beauty of life that still lay ahead. With Miriam's guidance, Anna began to delve into her grief, gradually acknowledging her pain and confronting the memories she had buried deep within her heart. The remnant surrounded her with love and support, guiding her steps towards healing. Days turned into weeks, and Anna slowly started to experience a sense of renewal. The remnant's ancient traditions and customs spoke to her soul, reassuring her that she was not alone in her journey. Through their sacred rituals and heartfelt prayers, Anna found solace and strength. As the healing continued, Anna discovered a newfound zeal for life. She began contributing to the remnant's community, using her skills as a healer to help those in need. She realized that her ability to mend physical wounds was a reflection of the healing she had found within herself. In the depths of her grief, Anna had felt lost, wandering through life without a sense of purpose. But now, with the remnant, she had found her calling. She realized that her journey was not just about uncovering her heritage but also reclaiming her identity and embracing the future with hope. The remnant became Anna's family, and every step she took with them brought her closer to healing. As she ventured deeper into the mysteries of her faith and heritage, she discovered a profound love for the land of Israel, a love that had remained dormant until now. Together with the remnant, Anna embarked on a journey of healing, a journey that reconciled her past and empowered her to create a future that honored her lost husband. And as she walked hand in hand with her newfound family, she knew that she was no longer alone. She had found her place in the world, a place where her heart could heal and her soul could thrive. Chapter 7. The homecoming spring had arrived yet once again in Jerusalem, painting the landscapes with vibrant colors and breathing new life into the land. For Anna, it marked a long-awaited homecoming that filled her heart with joy and anticipation. After her journey searching for her true identity and purpose, she had finally found her way back to the land of her ancestors. Anna returned to Israel again and just in time to join the remnant for the Feast of Passover, a celebration of freedom and redemption. As she entered the camp in Jerusalem, her senses were overwhelmed by the songs and prayers filling the air. The tents were lined with families preparing for the sacred feast, and her heart swelled with gratitude for finally being a part of this momentous occasion. She weaved her way past and through her new-found brothers and sisters, guided by a powerful sense of belonging. The remnant of Ephraim had become her family, her refuge, and her home. They had taken her in when she was a lost Messianic Jewish orphan, providing comfort and support when she needed it most. Anna had found solace in their shared faith and the love that radiated from their community. Anna's journey had not been an easy one. After losing her husband, Joseph, she felt adrift and purposeless. She had spent years mourning his loss, seeking answers and finding solace alone in her small cluttered apartment. It was during this time that she stumbled upon the remnant of Ephraim, a community of like-minded believers who had also found their way back to their Hebraic roots. Within the remnant, Anna found a renewed sense of purpose and a deep connection to her faith. The teachings of their leader, Eli, had opened her eyes to a deeper understanding of the scriptures over the years and the prophetic significance of their return to Israel. Together, they fervently studied the Word and eagerly awaited the fulfillment of prophecy. As Passover approached, Anna busied herself with the preparations, eager to participate in the symbolic rituals that connected them as true believers and to the ancient land. She meticulously cleaned her small dwelling and rid it of chametz, the leavened bread that symbolized sin. She gathered the necessary ingredients for the Seder and eagerly awaited the arrival of her fellow believers. On the eve of Passover, the remnant gathered in a beautiful outdoor courtyard. The air was thick with a sense of anticipation and reverence. As they sat around a long table, adorned with symbolic elements, Eli opened the evening with a prayer, thanking God for their release from bondage and praying for the ultimate redemption. As the feast progressed, the remnant retold the story of their ancestors' exodus from Egypt, highlighting the miracles and wonders that led them to freedom. Anna listened intently, her heart swelling with gratitude for the opportunities she had been given and the miracles in her own life. During a break between prayers and ritual, Anna found herself deep in conversation with a young Messianic Jewish orphan who, just like her, had also found her way to the remnant of Ephraim. The girl's name was Rachel, and she had been abandoned at a young age. They discussed their shared experiences of loss and their journey to find their true identity and purpose within the remnant. Rachel shared her fears and insecurities with Anna, admitting that she still struggled to fully embrace her Jewish heritage. Anna offered words of comfort and encouragement, reminding Rachel of the transforming power of faith and the love that surrounded them within the remnant. In that moment, Anna realized that her homecoming was not just for her own sake, but for the sake of others like Rachel who were searching for a sense of belonging. She knew that her story was a testament to the transformative power of love, faith, and finding one's true identity. As Passover came to a close, Anna felt a more deeper newfound sense of purpose and belonging. She knew that her journey was far from over, but she had found her place within the remnant of Ephraim. With a heart full of gratitude and a deep sense of peace, Anna embraced all of the grace that had been given to her and looked forward to the adventures that awaited her along the path of her true homecoming. A fictional short story by Jules Mahalo written on October 20th, 2023 in honor of Camp Ephraim, a body of true believers and followers of Yeshua in the city of Jerusalem. Love from Love, my family.